Startup costs. Well, we're talking about money now, right? Talking about money? Likes money? Put your hands up. Money likes money. Everyone put their hands up.
Yeah, everybody.
Yay! All right, good. All right, because I like money. Because we want to make money.
That's why we're here.
Exactly. Thank you very much. See, we got some action here. We got some conversation going here. Excellent. So, where do we begin? There's a slogan Scotiabank has. We're richer than you think. You see that slogan? Do you see that slogan in the banks? I love that slogan. I love it. I was like, you're right. I am. Of course I am. Of course we are. And like, start thinking. Go, okay, so look at my finances. Where does the money come from? What am I spending money on? We are, actually. We are. I have to prove it to myself. I know everyone is, who just don't look at it. And this is where startup costs are good. Write things down. What are my startup costs? What's it going to cost to get this going? How much am I going to put into this business? What's it going to cost me operationally? It says here, fixed and variable. What things I'm going to need, that I'm not going to need, I'm going to spend once, but I won't need to spend money again for it. Things that are going to go on an ongoing basis, like supplies, things like that. Personal finances. What finances are going to be given to me, or what finances I'm going to have access to? Okay? These are important. So you're going to have, everybody know what a balance sheet is? You know what a balance sheet is? So we got assets, liabilities, and expenses. Okay? Everybody heard of Robert Kiyosaki, the cash flow quadrant?
Yeah,
anyone?
Like an inspirational speaker.
No, he's not. No, he's not. He's actually
Robert Kiyosaki.
Robert Kiyosaki, cash flow quadrant, Rich Dad Poor Dad.
I got it.
Okay. So write his name down, Robert T. Kiyosaki. He wrote a book called Cash Flow Quadrant.
Robert. You have to say that again, Robert.
Robert T. Kiyosaki.
Is that a Japanese name?
Yeah. That's it. He's been on Larry King, Oprah, all over.
He doesn't have a book?
Yeah, he has a number of books. Yeah, the two books I suggest that you get your hands on and read are Rich Dad Poor Dad and Cash Flow Quadrant. And I have a couple. He does speak. Yeah, he speaks. I've heard him speak.
Sorry, I thought sorry.
It's okay, no problem. So one guy that, because the thing is, we can't explain this all in half an hour, ladies and gentlemen. It's not possible. But there's resources out there that the library has, or I can get for you, or I can have access and get you some resources. Remember I talk about books, about biographies and books? There's resources out there that I read all the time. Okay, it's really important. So that's one person to look at. So the balance sheet, the reason I mentioned that is it talks about here, it talks about pro forma income statement, it talks about cash flow analysis, break even, ratio analysis, methods of book record keeping. These are all things we find in the business, and there's software out there that you can keep track of this. There's QuickBooks, remember QuickBooks? Software you can purchase that does that for you. Okay, and you can type in what you're spending. I just have a spreadsheet at home. Okay, this is what I spent on my car. It's just something simple. I don't need something extravagant yet. I have all my receipts. I file them. It's all taken care of. Okay, keep all my receipts that are applicable to what my business is. Okay, but if you get into the habits now of doing this, it'll make it easy down the road. We'll be talking later on as weeks go by. I set up a file folder system and things like that to organize yourself a little bit. I highly recommend that. And I have some suggestions that you can look into. So, as I said, we're not going to break all these down, but we can definitely get you going and looking at all this stuff because it is important. But the number one thing is writing things down is also keeping track of everything. Okay, and organize. It's not as hard as it looks to keep yourself organized. It doesn't matter what personality you are. You can't keep yourself organized. Okay? What are we doing on time here? Okay. The next is...
Do you reckon I have to wait to leave or wait until the end?
Yeah. So next is financing. Who's... You know, the example, the Dragon's Den example back again? Where these people going in front of Dragon's Den and what are they doing? They're pitching their idea. And what are they hoping for?
Money and investors.
Ding! You win a prize. Now, do they all succeed? Okay, well, I won't talk to Del anymore. He's getting all the answers right. How about everybody else? What are they hoping for? What are they hoping for? What are they hoping for? Investments. So they can fund their business, right? Okay? Because they've invested in a little bit, but they need that cash. And this is where you go and make a presentation that's effective, that they want to jump on your idea. And this is one of the interesting ideas on that show. People, they're fighting over who's going to invest money, right? Anybody see the show? Or you can go online and watch some of the old shows. If you go on cbc.ca, I think / Dragon's Den, you can watch some of the old ones. If you have some downtime, watch them. Okay? And you really learn a lot from that show. They might be harsh on the people pitching, but you really learn what not to do and what to do when you're talking or sharing your idea. The next thing is borrowing requirements. It talks about short-term, long-term, contingency plans, lines of credit, collateral. This is where the banking system gets involved. Who likes banks?
They
Banks,
serve a purpose.
huh?
They serve a purpose.
They serve a purpose. Banks serve a purpose. But I think for entrepreneurs, it might not be the best purpose sometimes. So it's all about creative financing, and I really realized how important that is. I'm in the process of making a big purchase down the road, so I gotta find out what the best process for me for my money to do. And just like anybody else, where is my money working best for me? Okay? And in a business, the same thing. There's lines of credit that you can go to the bank and make a petition and ask, what's your collateral? I don't got anything. Well, don't go very far. So this is where we're here today sharing some ideas that you can move forward and create some income for yourself. And I see some ideas. Whose shirt idea is this? Is this someone in here?
Who's what?
The shirt.
Oh, I don't know.
No, wait, well, someone has the shirt idea.
The youth program.
Okay. So there's all different ideas out there that you can apply. And I like that idea, and there's a lot of great ideas. There's kids selling chocolate bars. There's people selling books. I mean, I'm selling. I'm starting to sell. I'm giving my book away for free now, but I'll be selling it very, very soon. But to get that interest level, you got to do some complimentary. Like I do a lot of complimentary talks to get to the paid talks. So it is, and this is I'm getting paid for this talk, and I'm excited about it. But I've done a lot of speaking prior to this to work through things out and get better at it. And I'm very excited to teach this. I think it's going really, really well. Okay. So, balance sheet. Next thing is operations. So on a daily basis, you're going to have things that you're going to be needing.